Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's box is an unusual little box. It slides. You can open it in one of two ways. You can either open at the top like that, as you see like that, or you can slide off the whole of the belly band. And what you're left with is a box that opens like that. And inside is a Burts Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. Now, I know that this is probably available more in the UK than overseas. I'm not sure. Burt's Bees is very popular, and the lemon butter cuticle cream, incredibly popular. Love the stuff. And by pure fluke, it fits perfectly inside the modern label punch. Yeah, modern label punch. Fits perfectly in there. So this is the box. Like I said, if I slide this back on, you can open it like that and it will still open without any issue. But I'm going to show you how to make it. But also I'm going to share that you can get two of these from one sheet of DSP and the bit inside. Not from a piece of DSP, a piece of cardstock. So although I've already cut mine, this is a piece of cardstock. The first bit you need for the outer box is 8 by 4.5 inches, which is 20.5 by 11.5 inches, centimetres. So that's one. That's your second one. And then for the inner bit, which is what the Burt's Bees is sitting inside, let me just slide that off so you can see it better. So it's sitting inside a little bit in there. That measures 4 by 2 3/8 of an inch, which is 9 by 6 centimetres. And so you cut those two from there. And so the bits you're left over, that's all that you're left. From A4 cardstock, that is. Might be slightly different from American, but you can get them out, no problem. Okay, so I only need one of each of those, so I'm just going to work with that. Let's move everything out of the way. So I just grabbed a piece of cardstock so you can see the colour. So we'll work with the outer bit first. This one here. So this... Let's get the scoring tool the right way round. So this is 8 by 4.5, which is 20.5 by 11.5. And you score that at 1, 2, 4.5 and 5.5, which is 2.5, 5, 11.5 and 14 centimetres. Then you turn it round and score it at 1 and 3.5, which is 2.5 and 9. And then the little inner bit, which is 4 by 2 3/8, which is 9 by 6 centimetres. Only on the long side, you score it at 7/8 of an inch, 1 3/4 of an inch, 2 5/8 of an inch, and 3.5, which is 2, 4, 6 and 8 centimetres. There we go, scoring done. Okay, I'm going to bring this in and grab my bone folder. So fold all your score lines. And this is Naturals Ivory cardstock. So this is the very creamy one. It's got the beautiful natural flecks. And I kind of did that because Burt's Bees are a very natural kind of company. I don't know if they're organic, but they're very natural products. So I wanted to sort of keep the theme going. Okay, so this inner bit, this is what the Burt's Bees is going to sit inside. So I did have something else. My original plan was I was going to sit it like that, and then I found by pure fluke it fits perfectly in there. So I thought I'll stick with that. And then this box is going to fold up in this fashion, like that. So obviously you can see there are bits that we need to remove. So if I lay it next to it, you can see better. So it's these outer bits, the long rectangle and the square. Those are the first two bits to go. So we'll just do that now. Oh, I've got wobbly hands today. Okay. So that bit needs to go. So that's, you can see that's that section there. This is going to fold up. These little bits are going to tuck inside. You can see those in there. And it's this part is going to come round. So you need to cut up that way. So much like you would a normal box that I would design. Oh, tangled in my scissor charm. Let's cut that through. So just notch out a tiny little bit. You don't need to do loads. It's a simple box to make, and these would make nice favours if you were having, I don't know, maybe a birthday party or something like that, or you know, if it was a baby shower, because Burt's Bees, they have a range called Burt's Bees Baby Bee, which is gorgeous, and all of my boys have had that particular range, and it's lush, it's lovely. Okay, so we can't build the box now until we build this part up. So we've got a small section, and then the rest are 4 identical parts. That basically is going to be the bottom, so we need to, or the back, whichever part, but you're going to hide it anyway, so we need to punch into one of these with our decorative label punch. So grabbing a bit of scrap, here's a perfect bit of scrap, that's going to be a template, so you need to, you know, obviously it's ideal you know where you're punching so you're accurate. Bit of snail on there, so I'll go with this one. So I'm positioning it where I want my punch out to go. And now I've got a perfect hole. So look, I haven't got a second one of these, I only ordered one. Look, how perfect is that? Huh? Don't you just love it? Okay, so stick that bit down. So I'm going to grab some fuse. And just run it along there. There we go. And then this part is going to sit in there so that this will all fold up round it. So you need to pop a little bit of adhesive on the bottom there. And it is a fraction smaller. The measurement from there to there is a fraction smaller than the measurement from there to there, and the same going left to right. So I can't look overhead because you'd get the top of my head in view. So let me just lift that up. Yep, so that's positioned perfectly. So push that down. If you want to, you can put a little bit of adhesive there and stick it to the side of the box, and you can do the back. But actually, to be honest, it will hold itself up quite nicely in place when you go like that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this part here, these little tabs at the bottom, because they're going to fold, so that, let me just explain that, these bits here fold in first, and then that folds around and holds that in place. I don't stick myself to it. Oops. So that's holding that bit in place, and then these are going to stick down, but obviously we only want adhesive there and there. That was sensible. I forgot to put the glue on there. Oh, I'm not clever, am I? Okay, I'm going to use mini glue dots because I can't fold that down. Or a little bit of Tombow would work, but you get the idea. You don't want to put adhesive all the way down there because it's not sticking to anything. So when you fold that round, there we go. So if you'd put glue there, it would just be rubbish. Okay. And I haven't told you the finished dimensions of the box in case you don't want to put Burt's Bees in it. It measures 2.5 by 2.5 by 1 inch, which is 6.5 by 6.5 by 2.5 centimetres. Okay, so the wrap that's going round it, this little part here, this is the flashback paper. Luscious, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? Oh, love it. So this measures 8 by 2 inches, which is 20 by 5 centimetres. And it's here for decoration as much as holding the sides over. So I'm just going to gently wrap, just pinching a little bit to get a rough guide of where I want to fold it and put my score lines in. I don't want it to be too tight because it wouldn't slide off then. So I'm just going to reinforce those lines. And again, I don't want to be putting adhesive in the wrong place, so I just want to stick this to itself so it remains mobile. Mobile? Is that the right word? So a little bit of snail on the end And then when I wrap it round, it will be sticking the paper to the paper, not the paper to the box. And again, not too tight because I want it to be able to move. There we go, it's sliding on and off, no problem. And then just to finish, I have got some cotton ribbon. Oh, fingers crossed everybody, let's get this knot made. So, okay, so right over left and stretch, whoops, and then left over right, I don't know which one. Oh, I just did that all wrong anyway, didn't I? That will do. We'll just pretend how gorgeous that is. And then that is my Burts Bees Lemon Buttercup Cream box, 2 from a sheet of cardstock. And like I said, you could put all sorts of things in there. You don't even need to put the inner bit in. You could just have it as a pretty box with sweeties or treats or something in. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.